What's up, Wildcat Colony? I am Chase Coburn.
This is Parshwa Shah.
And that was Arav Kapoor.
Welcome to the 38th edition of WWMS. Now, let's head into our joke of the week. They're saying you sound like an owl.
Who?
Get it? Ha, 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 or who. Okay, whatever. Moving on, the Minnesota Timberwolves are in the midst of an amazing postseason run. And the center of their NBA best defense is Rudy Gobert, who added on his 4th Defensive Player of the Year award last week, tying Ben Wallace for the most ever. Gobert, who most see as a one-dimensional center who has fallen out in the postseason many times due to his lack of offensive ability, has now made a case as one of the greatest defenders in NBA history, and now has a resume to suggest he should be an NBA Hall of Famer. Tying the DPOY record, he's now won the award in 4 of the last 8 seasons, also with 2nd and 3rd place finishes in 2017, 2020, and 2022. He may not be flashy, but Gobert is turning into an all-time great because of a dominating defensive presence, and it's helped the T-Wolves become one of the best teams in the NBA. But in a town, one of the more important jobs is probate judge, and our very own Arav Kapoor got to sit down with Fairfield's Kathleen Maxham just before retirement.
The Fairfield Probate Court is a really, really unique court. All the probate courts in Connecticut are.
Yes.
The courts were established under the English system of law before our country was established, before people even came over here, and they were used to open and to prove somebody's will. In front of me, I have a book that I'm going to show you. This one is from the 1700s.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you, if you like history, do you remember the Stamp Act during the Revolutionary War?
That's when they were taxing people for paper.
Oh my God. You're the first people that have remembered that. Well, our court was open before that.
Okay.
And then paper. When you brought a paper into a court, it would be taxed. The British government was taxing us. So we were pretty rebellious back in those days. And this is a document from a clerk. Clerk wrote this. We closed the court because of the Stamp Act, November 1st, 1765. And this is a record of that.
Wow.
So it was repealed. And I thought, it took a long time for it to be repealed. But I think the British government really thought better of it. And they repealed it March 18th, 1776. And the court took a little break. They didn't reopen until April 24th. The original of these would have been taxed. So we said, we're not going to abide by it. We aren't going to pay your tax. These are active files that we have. These are books that all of our documents need to be. They were they were handwritten in the old days. Then they were microfilmed. Now they're scanned. And then books were made. Now we have everything on a Laserfiche program. And these books are scanned in as well. All of these files here are original documents from 1911 till about 1970s. We never got rid of them. So we are little by little packaging them up, and the State Library is going to preserve them for us and take them.
Wow.
So we're starting over there.
Thank you so much to Mrs. Maxham for joining me today. But for now, let's talk a little bit about what has been going on in the woods. To start, the FWMS track season just ended last Saturday in an amazing meet against Flood and Worcester Middle School at Bunwell High School. Here are some of the great results from the males at that meet, and here are some of the results from the females at that meet. The rest of the results are posted on the FWMS track website, which is linked in the description and available at the QR code here. Congratulations to the track teams. Separately, I bet many of you have possibly noticed that, maybe half the school ceilings are possibly gone. Not a big deal. If you don't know, they are installing an air conditioning system school-wide, thankfully for the summers. The current plan is for the project to be done in fall of 2025, which is 2 falls from now, not next fall. For now, they are just prepping the ceilings with wiring and piping ahead of the heavy work they'll do over the summer in an effort to not disturb classes. Also, please remember to order your amazing Fairfield Woods Middle School spirit wear before the end of the year. And on that note, thank you so much. Peace out, dudes!
Strike first, strike hard, no mercy, Netflix fans. The hit show, Cobra Kai, which is a continuation of the 3-movie series The Karate Kid, has been airing since 2018 and has become one of Netflix's biggest hits. Starring Ralph Macchio, William Zabka, Sholo Maradurenya, and others, Netflix has announced the release dates of the show's 6th and final season. The first 5 episodes will be released on July 18th, the next 5 will be released in November, and the final 5 grand finale will be released sometime in early 2025. Cobra Kai has become one of the best shows on one of the more premier networks in the world, and its grand finale looks to be an all-time classic. Because remember, the best defense is more offense.
Today, instead of new tech releases, I'd like to talk about something more that happened a few years ago. It's Tesla. You may know that Tesla has a self-driving system. Well, what's so new about that, you may ask? The shocking thing is that you can get a self-driving car without having to buy a Tesla. You can buy this device called Comma. It's a self-driving AI that you could just plug into your car. But you'd have to watch many videos and tutorials because as it is your car, you have to, as it's called, insert a new brain. So that would take lots of work. This device works with so many different types of cars and brands, like Hyundai Sonata or the Hyundai Palisade, and even the Kia Niro EV, and so much more that I can't even talk about. I'll go more in depth next time, but for now, stay updated.
Now let's head into rapid fire segments. 60 seconds and ticking. The series Lord of the Rings, which won 17 Academy Awards in its tenure, will be released sometime in 2026. Variety told the world last Thursday the Lord of the Rings series, which released its first set of all-time classics in the early 2000s, is set to once again be a must-watch series. It will be produced by Peter Jackson and his family, who helped produce the first set of Lord of the Rings movies, according to Warner Bros. The film is set to be titled Lord of the Rings: The Hunt for Gollum. The release date is set to be sometime in 2026. And not to be babyish, but the company Babies R Us, a subdivision of Toys R Us, will now be in many Kohl's stores across Connecticut. Toys R Us hit bankruptcy in 2018, making it close many of its nationwide locations. However, according to Connecticut Insider, Babies R Us will now be found in multiple Kohl's stores, by the end of the year. Kohl's is trying to do what Macy's did by adding Toys R Us to its locations in their stores, improving their sales. So expect to see some baby products walk into Kohl's this coming winter. Thanks for watching Wildcat Colony. I'm Chase Coburn, and we'll see you next time right here on WWMS. Yo, that's sick!
Then say stop.
GoPro, stop recording. Now the camera can't stable.
Alright, what's wrong with you?
Please get out of the frame.
Move.
Get away from the frame.
Hold on.
Thank you so much, Mrs.
This is
Stop making comments. You correct me? Stop making comments. It just adds extra time. What's up, dudes? Thank you so much. Well, actually, there's no What's Up, dudes today.
And that was stop! And action.
And now he just dead, everybody.
Also, please remember to order your great wood spirit with you.
I'm sorry, right. I'm sorry, I gotta restart. I forgot about that. I'm sorry, that's on me. And now Parshwa's closing out tabs and things are not looking great for us, guys. Boom shakalaka!